Hi my lovelies, and welcome to another mind mat video. And this is my 5-a-day series, some very short practices for when we're really limited for time. And you know, that happens to all of us, sometimes for me too. So the 5-a-day is whether we hold an asana for 5 breaths in our short practice, whether we have a flow for 5 consecutive movements, whether we target 5 areas of our body or we combine 5 asana combinations. But these are short videos, so you can dip into them, and if you collect a few of the 5-a-day series, maybe you could do a different one, maybe for 5 days of the week. Anyway, come and join me on the mat. It's much better if you can do a short practice than no practice at all. So come and join me for a 5-a-day. Hi and welcome to another mind mat video, another 5-a-day to keep the doctor away, 5 asanas, just short little practices to help you move your body. And remember, when you're moving your body, you're going into your parasympathetic nervous system. That means it's great for calming, it's great for stabilizing. So even if you manage to get 10 minutes practice in, it's absolutely worth it. So we're going to start today standing up on our mats, and we're going to take our legs out to the side, so we've got a nice wide leg position here, and the toes are out and the heels are in. So we're going to do 5 waves of goddess pose. So you're going to take God or goddess pose, I guess, really, these days we should say. So taking your arms out to the side in this position and lower yourself down. Now we're going to, with an inhale, come up like this, and then on the exhale we're going to go back down. So let's do 5 of these together. So starting with a big inhale, exhale, open those shoulders, bring those shoulder blades together, lowering yourself down here. Really see how low you can go. Exhale on the lowering. Inhale as you come up. And then hold this position. Take your elbows together, arms out, together and out. So another 3. And up towards the sky, big stretch, and relax and rest. Okay, now balancing is tricky sometimes, and I find that with some of my friends that are getting older, balance is an issue. I think it's really good to balance, and I try and encourage them to, on one leg, maybe when they're cleaning their teeth or when they're washing up. But you know, how do we start to learn to balance in our yoga? Because you know, it can be quite daunting. So if you're starting out, what I suggest is have a chair so that you can pop your hand on the chair, or maybe even have a wall. But today we're going to do a little bit of balancing, and we are going to really bring our leg up and hold it for 5 breaths. But we start in Tadasana at the top of the mat, and before we even think of bringing our knee up and standing on one leg, you really need to ground yourself down right to the ground, so your feet are like roots. Make sure you can feel your toes, and you can feel your heels, and you can feel the inside and outside of your foot. It's really important to bring the breath to this. So So if you can just tap into your breath to start with, be aware of your breath, keeping your shoulders above your hips and your head nicely above your shoulders and a little bit longer in your spine. Now when you're ready, you're going to put the weight onto your left leg and bring the right leg up so you can grasp your knee. You might wobble a bit, and we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Bring the knee up and release. It's quite normal to have a bit of a wobble, so don't worry. And if you put your foot down, then just bring your foot back up again. If I'm not in a great place, sometimes I wobble and I fall over, and you know, it's just part of being normal. So let's go to the other side. But first of all, tap into that breath, roots down to the floor. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your left knee up into your hands and 5 breaths. Try and keep your focus on one point in front of you. Ooh, it's a wobble. And then bring that knee up and let it drop to the floor. Great, shake yourself out. And when you're ready, I want you to come down to Tadasana. And you're going to step back with your right leg and drop your knee to the floor, untuck your toe, and then with 5 lovely waves, we're going to come up into the air and then back down to the mat again. Now, stretch out a little bit here so you get a nice stretch between your left thigh and your right thigh. And when you start off, maybe I'm very round shouldered by nature, so I have to be careful. So think about a nice flat back, and on an inhale, coming up. And an exhale, coming down. And 4 more. And untuck the toe of your right leg, lift your leg and step up to the front of your mat, Uttanasana. Just drop your head and neck, grab hold of your elbows or fold your arms and just have a nice little bounce around here. Just move through your body. Do you know it's the moving in and out the asanas where all the yummy stuff comes from? Really stimulating the fascia, pumping the blood, activating the vagus nerve, tapping into the parasympathetic nerve, and drop the hands to the floor and take this time your left foot back, drop the left knee down. Maybe you want to take it back a little for more stretch, untuck the toes, and when you're ready, inhale. 5 lovely big inhales up towards the sky, big belly breaths up. And fold on your exhale. And 4 more. I'll get carried away, I could go on forever. So yummy. Okay, taking the hands to the floor, tuck your toe in your left foot. Forgot what that was called for a moment. Lift the leg and step up to the front of your mat. And here you're going to take the feet really wide, drop down into Malasana, get those elbows either side of the inside of your knees, and we'll just stay here for 5 breaths. Great for the hips, actually quite good for anybody who suffers from menstrual cramps and pain. If you need to come out before the 5 breaths, that's fine. And very mindfully taking your hands behind you and coming back down onto your mat. And once you're here, let's bring our legs up and hands up towards our toes. Now, as we exhale here, we're going to we're going to come up and touch our toes a little bit. Now, if your hands are only here, that's fine. You're just coming up. So, an inhale, exhale. Lovely. Hands out now to the side. And 5 breaths with your feet right up there in the air. Really, really lovely stretch. Now I just want you to move your toes backwards and forwards 5 times. And when you're ready, bending the knees, bringing your feet to the mat. And one final little rinse, recline twist. As you exhale, drop your knees to the right, look to the left. Lovely twist. Inhale, come back and drop your knees to the left, look to the right. This is super for stimulating the vagus nerve. Comes to all your organs, starts in your gut, stimulates that parasympathetic nervous system. And legs back to center. Take hold of your knees, knees to your nose. Cross your feet and come back up onto your mat. You know what? There's so much we can do in yoga. It's really so important because, you know, I'm at an age now where things don't work as well as they should do. I don't mind admitting to that. And yoga really helps. It's like the equivalent of keeping a rusty old bicycle moving as far as my flexibility sometimes and my age is concerned. But anyway, you got to use it or you lose it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Do check out some of the others. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you again back on the mat.